What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I want to talk about 78%. I'm going to explain that to you guys in this video. And I'm still in Hawaii. I'll show you guys a little view here. This is from my balcony, staying at the Sheraton Hotel. And very, very nice. Partial ocean view, I guess you can call this. But this room it's interesting because you have other views that are an ocean view, but you also, it's the ocean and the pool. So I got the back side. My parents have a nicer room where they can see the pool and they can see the ocean. But this is a little more private, a little more secluded. I like that, especially if I want to shoot videos and stuff like this off of the balcony. You don't have a bunch of people looking at you and wondering what you're doing. So let's talk a little bit about this 78%. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification, clicking all, you'll get updated every day. And once again, thank you all for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to follow me on Threads and Twitter, you can at the TEC Show Live. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on with this 78%. So there's a Quinnipiac poll that was done. This was several months back. But this poll it's interesting because one of the questions that they asked was, how do you feel about raising the full retirement age from 67 to 70? 78% of people said no. We don't think that's a good idea. So the vast majority of the American people said do not raise the full retirement age from 67 to 70. 78%. That is a super majority. So that's 78% of the American people saying they don't want politicians doing anything when it comes to raising that full retirement age to 70. Now, we have heard some politicians, as of just a month ago, they came out with a proposal to do just that, to raise the full retirement age, and they want to raise it from 67 to 69. So why are they talking about this when you have the vast majority of the American people are in this poll, in most polls, any poll that I've seen when that question's come up, it's always been a majority of the American people saying, no, we do not want you to raise that full retirement age up. So why are politicians still talking about this? Why are politicians who should be representing the American people, why are they talking about raising that full retirement age up? Well, this is a way for some politicians to get away with saying we're going to raise the full retirement age from 67 to 69 or 67 to 70 because they do not want to face the issue of raising taxes on anyone, okay? Mainly the wealthy. Because right now you do have some politicians that are saying, you know what, why don't we raise the cap? Why don't we raise the maximum spend? So right now, if you make over $160,200, you no longer have to pay into the payroll tax. So you'll pay up until that amount, but you don't have to pay anything over that amount. And so some politicians are saying, you know, we should just raise that cap. They should all be paying as well. So if you make $200,000, you should be paying for the full $200,000. If you make $1 million, you should be paying for the full $1 million. Now, when I'm talking about the payroll tax, that is the money that's set aside for Social Security. So let's say you make $100,000 a year, you're under that cap, and so all that money that you're making, you're paying a payroll tax on that, and that money is going to Social Security. So when you retire, you're able to receive Social Security benefits. Now, the money that is being set aside when you're working is going to pay off people who are currently receiving benefits. So that is how that works. So why are politicians still talking about raising the full retirement age? So like I said, the big thing is when it comes down to it, we're looking at a situation where Social Security, the trust fund, will be insolvent. So the trust fund will run out of money. Now, Social Security will still be around. However, Social Security will only be funded by the payroll tax. So right now, the money is coming in from the payroll tax. So everyone who's working right now, that money is coming in. That covers about 78 to 79%. And then they have money saved away in a trust fund. Okay, so for a long time we had a surplus. So we had the payroll tax was paying all the benefits out, and then they had additional money left over. That money was put into a trust fund. Now that trust fund is being depleted because when it comes to the payroll tax, there's not enough money. And so let's say 70, we'll just say 78%. So 78% of the money is coming from the payroll tax, and then they're supplementing that additional money with the trust fund. Okay, so that's why they're talking about the trust fund will run out of money in about 10 years. And so they need to do something. And what they're talking about doing is raising the full retirement age. That's all they're talking about doing. But the big issue with raising the full retirement age is it's not enough. They need to do more. So not only are we looking at a situation where you have politicians talking about raising the full retirement age from 67 to 69 or 67 to 70, but they're going to need to do more. And so my fear is that we're going to see politicians really push to raise the full retirement age in the next couple of years. And if they do get that and they raise that full retirement age, then further down the road, maybe 5-6 years from now, you're going to hear these same politicians saying, you know what, we need to do more. So now we're going to need to make cuts to Social Security on top of raising the full retirement age. And so that is the big fear that I have when it comes to this situation. Raising the full retirement age is not enough. Now let's get into a little bit more when it comes to why are politicians not representing the American people, because that's what's going on. Every poll that I've seen says that raising that full retirement age, the vast majority of people are against it. And so if the vast majority of people are against it, it shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't have politicians who represent us, they're supposed to represent us, talking about raising the full retirement age, because if they truly represent the American people, they would not be talking about that. But they're still talking about it. And so we're going to have to see what happens in the future when it comes to raising that full retirement age. But this is something that you have some politicians that are steadfast on doing this. And it doesn't look like they're going to change their mind anytime soon. Now we do have an election, 2024 election coming up. It's right around the corner. And so you're going to hear more politicians talking about we need to fix Social Security. We need to reform Social Security. And this is going to be one of the things that you're going to hear them say. And so we'll have to see where that goes and if that continues. Now, one thing that I always recommend to people who don't want them to raise that full retirement age from 67 to anything higher is for you to get out there and talk to the politicians who are in your district. When they have their town halls, well, they'll have town halls because they're running for re-election in the House. Everyone's running for re-election in the House. You have a third of the Senate running. When they do their town halls, ask them that question. Do you support raising the full retirement age from 67 to 69 or 67 to 70? And let them explain themselves if they do support it. And then remind them that raising the full retirement age is not enough. They're going to need to do other things. What other things are they proposing to do? That's another good question to ask. And so in the future, we're going to have to see where they go in this whole situation. But just wanted to do a video and talk a little bit about this, because I think when we hear politicians talk about this whole raising the full retirement age, they do this very, very like it's nothing, like it wouldn't affect anyone. And it will affect people. It will affect people who are currently in their 50s, Gen Xers. It's going to affect them because it could mean that they need to work longer because they're not going to be able to retire and get that full retirement at 67. And so I would say anyone 50 or lower should be concerned about this situation of raising the full retirement age, because that could drastically impact you. Now, people who are already receiving Social Security, in most situations I can't see it affecting you. However, like I said, when it comes to raising the full retirement age, they're going to have to do something else. And if they don't do something else, Now that can affect you, because in 10 years, we could see cuts to Social Security if all they want to do is raise the full retirement age. It won't be enough. So I want to know what you guys think about all this, so let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.